My name is Jen Mellows. I am a speech and language therapist and operations lead for Hobbs Rehab. The aim of the MiNT Conference UK was to bring everybody together to talk about neurotechnology in the context of rehabilitation and how we can get more people access to neurotechnology to improve their rehabilitation journeys. We find that there's lots of things happening in isolation across the UK and across the world, and the whole point of MiNT, and today in particular, was to bring people together to have that conversation, to join up the dots and make sure that we're all doing the same things at the same time so that we can be one cohesive voice to make our needs known. It was fantastic how they all seemed to link together and they just flowed one after the other, and the same themes kept coming up throughout the day, which meant that when we did our summing up at the end, actually we had some really key themes, and they were the things that everybody was talking about, and everybody probably has been talking about in their own clinics or their own labs. But to get everybody in the room together to talk about those things together and maybe think about how we can change things, how we can move things forward as a group rather than individuals, it was really great that it all came together on the day. Well, we were talking quite a lot today, not just about the powers that write the checks, but the powers who set the guidelines and the powers who set the regulations for what does and does not constitute rehab and what does and does not constitute a healthcare technology, and how we can make sure that that the right technologies are available for the right people at the right point in time, and that's got to include conversations with the regulators, conversations with the Department of Health, conversations with the NHS, but also conversations with private practice, with industry. Everyone's got to come together to make the changes that need to happen, because the changes are happening on the ground. The therapists are doing it, the devices are being created, they're being used, but it's not filtering through at a strategic level, at a nationwide level or internationally, and that is what's got to change. There's steps that we've been taking for years, and through MiNT we've reached out to other countries, other organisations who are taking the same steps in their own environments. So it's kind of bringing all of us together to make the steps together. And if we all band together, then our voice is louder. But our mission is the same. There will be more, we will be back, and hopefully next time we get back together, things will have changed and we'll have more representative from people like NICE and the Department of Health Education England, people who are really out there, who set the rules, who set the guidelines. They're the people we want to come to the table with us so that we can make it happen. So in countries where you've got more of an insurance-based healthcare model, there is income behind it and individuals have potentially greater buying power, or you can have clinics set up with more money behind them initially to get the investment in technology, to get the investment in research, because the structure of the health service is different. But that in itself brings other challenges to the healthcare structures in those countries. It's not available for all. You end up with more health disparity. So it's not to say that the UK healthcare system is behind, it's just different. But actually I think if we can take the steps that are needed to get intensive rehabilitation happening across the board, then we'll be world leading, because the setup here is so much more accessible, so much more inclusive than it is in other countries. We just need to take that step to bring intensive rehab and neurotechnology in for everybody. Yeah, and we've had conversations with people from those organisations at other conferences that we've been to, other meetings that we've been to, and part of what we've got to do is spread the word that actually these things are happening, MiNT is happening, and international collaboration is happening. So everybody needs to get involved, everybody needs to get on board. And it's not, are you invited or you're not invited, just come. Everyone's invited. Everyone's invited. It's open access. MiNT is available for all.